Hi, good morning. My name is Kaysian from Casey Gordon Financial Planning, and I'm excited to be with you one more time to share on another topic. Now, today's topic is planning for the holiday season. As it is November 3rd, 2022, and I've started thinking about what am I going to do for gifts in general? Do I want to travel? How do I make that all happen? This year is one of those unusual years, right? Because the markets are down, and depending on the benchmark that you look at, down 10, 20, or even 30%. Now, that's a lot of decline. And you might be looking at your investment portfolios and seeing the decline in your assets. And not just that, but the bond market is also down. So, where in the past it's been protective, this year it has not been the case. I've had that conversation with many clients this year. The bond market just did not protect in the way that it usually does. So that might leave you feeling like you have less assets than you did at the beginning of the year. And now you're starting to think about, okay, what am I going to do for gifts? Am I going to travel? What am I going to do for Thanksgiving food? Right? Because if you think about it, food is even a lot more expensive than it was a year ago. The inflation number is 8, 9% this year. Those are numbers that have not been seen in over 40 years. What does that all mean for you? You might feel like you have less money to spend. And based on statistic, when you feel like you have less money to spend, people typically try to spend less, right? So how do you ensure that your family, your friends and family, still enjoy what you have to give without breaking the bank or going into debt? Because that's not what you want to do when Christmas is over, the holiday season is over, and you look at your credit card statements and you're like, how am I going to pay for this? A little planning goes a long way. Look at your gift list. Does everyone need to be on it? Right? Sometimes it's worth a conversation, depending on where you are financially, to say, you know what? This year has been one of those years. Can we do something else? Can we have an experience? Can we, instead of going out to eat, can we stay home and make a meal together? That I've discovered is a whole lot of fun too. And it does not cost as much, even just a fraction of what it would if you went out to eat. So, and as you are looking at your gift list for kids, I know that my daughter loves the Dollar Tree, right? And as I was talking to a client, her son loved the $5 store. And she said she took him in there and she allowed him to choose his gifts. Now, this is also teaching your children how to make wise decisions within their budget. He told him what the budget was, and he spent a long time trying to determine what he could really afford and the thing that he really wanted. So you can make shopping on a budget a lot of fun. You do not need to buy expensive gifts that the kids will end up playing with the boxes before they play with the gifts. And another thing that I recall my mom did many, many moons ago, when my daughter was 2, she bought a musical instrument. And 8 years later, it's still going strong, and my daughter is still playing with it. So if you can buy something that will be multi-year, a gift that almost keeps on giving, that's also a wise thing to do. You do not want to end up in a situation where you've bought all these gifts and all they do is end up in a corner or go to stuff the closet, and then you have to figure out how to get rid of them. So how do you sit with your family and say, let's talk about how we're going to do this. Let's talk about how we're going to approach this. And as I was a part of a panel, someone shared that if you're traveling to see family members, explain to them that you didn't bring a gift and your presence was enough of a gift for them. And again, that will depend on their family and how that goes over. But I think being able to articulate that, and it does not always have to be about presence and bringing something physical. It could be about bringing who you are and enjoying and being present with your family and friends. That can make it so much more meaningful. So, how are you going to rethink your holiday gift shopping or gift giving, or making sure that you don't end up with a credit card debt that you cannot afford after the holiday season is over? And how will you make memories that don't necessarily cost a dollar amount this year? I would love to know that, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Again, my name is Kaysian Gordon from Casey Gordon Financial Planning, and I look forward to sharing with you on the next topic. Bye.